Right guys and girls, Mark Crossfield here with Matthew Lockey talking good old fashioned shafts. We'll talk about why we're talking about these as we go. I've got a 75 gram X-Flex shaft, and in the exact same company we've got a 55 gram regular. So very, very different in the shafts. We'll talk about what the manufacturers say about these two. We're going to hit some shots to show you a good data spread. We're going to hit about 30 shots each with each one, so a lot of hitting and then a little fun game at the end. Should be fun. So I'm expecting one to feel heavy, one to feel light, which is understandable. I use a light shaft, so I've got the 75 gram in here and it instantly feels heavy. Like, to me, it feels, you know, it feels rigid and it feels heavy, but I still feel like I'm going to be able to move it. I just feel like I might have to work to move it. And it feels, I don't feel like I'm going to particularly hit like a big draw or a big fade with either.
Okay.
I feel like what I'm going to put in will come out. I just feel like I do with I just feel like I'm everything about what's happening, but there are feelings of base to this club that I have.
Yeah.
Heavy, it feels harder to move if I'm tired, and those. I pick it out the box, you know, when I first get it and think, oh, that feels heavy.
And you're starting from like a completely different place with your own drive.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, it's relative, and I'm using a 46 gram shaft.
Yeah, when you pick a 70 gram shaft up, it's
or
gonna
75,
feel heavier,
it's like, well, I feel, well, basically it's relative, I'm feeling a difference. That just feels solid and good. But it feels like we're using in this comparison, and the reason we're doing this, we're using the Rogue ST Triple Diamond. This is the lower spinning head, like one of four. When this club was shipped to me, it came with a 75 Flex X Flex shaft in it. Like, it came with this club, and I bought it out of the box and was like, whoa, that's heavy. Now, they know I've got shafts that I'll put in this for my testing. But I thought it'll be a really fun video to show the difference that this makes to the shaft which I use, which is very different. And obviously with Matt, with his different speeds, arguably, you know, this is what lots of people might be thinking about if they're going for this kind of style clubs. And I think there's some contradictions in there as well. So Matt's going to hit 3 now. So what we're doing in the basis of this video, just to give you an idea we're fitting, is I hit 3, he hits 3, then I hit 3, then he hits 3. We're going to move it and then we'll hit 3 with this and keep changing it around, just trying to not get in any patterns with any of the shafts. So it'll be 3 with that, he hits 3 with that, then we'll hit 3 with this, he hits 3 with this, then we keep swapping them in and out. It's a bit boring that you have to swap them in and out, but again, we just don't want any of our patterns coming through. How does that feel in your hands?
Stiff.
Yeah.
Like proper pole-like.
Yeah.
With the X-Flex. I'm kind of used to the weight. My driver isn't as light as yours or anything, so the weight's not too crazy, but definitely the flex.
It's relative though, isn't it? Because if I give you this,
yeah,
and you pick that up and move it around,
whee!
Like, it feels like a junior club, doesn't it?
Yeah, and the grip is pretty thin.
Yeah.
Pretty thin,
so I've got that feeling the other way round.
Yeah, yeah. You're not expecting me to hit straight as those two, are you? In this test. Wowzers. Oh, see, I've already wrecked your lines.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you feel like it's going to be biased to one shape with that shaft in, for instance? That's a good drive.
No.
You still feel like you're going to shine through?
Yeah, like just looking at those two, like I'm adjusting straight away because of my first one. I'm not thinking, that's gone right because of that damn shaft.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just able to understand how I've delivered it and then tried to adjust it.
Yeah, and I think that's a really interesting point, because if you think about adjusting, which we all should be doing on the golf course, like if you hit, you know, your first 5 putts of the day short and the greens aren't as quick as you think, you probably adjust on the third one, or hopefully you are starting to adjust. And it's the same with a driver. If you go and hit a massive cut out of bounds, the next one you might have a swing fork to reduce that cut. You might aim further left. You might hit at a different speed. You're going to adjust. And then people are saying that they see these like nuances in different equipment.
Yeah.
but actually how many shots are you hitting with that equipment in the same style that you hit when you come in here on a simulator or test it at your ranges, those kind of things. Because on the course, which is a very different animal, you're going to really make adjustments. And we are making a massive adjustment in a piece of equipment here in weight and flex. So in theory, we should see a massive adjustment in the data. So one more with the 75X, then we'll go to the 55. Yeah, decent drive. So Matt's just swapping that out. We're going to put the 55 in now, hit 3 shots each with it. And again, we're just going to keep switching back and forth so we don't get into those patterns, which is something you really want to make sure you ask your fitters to do. I see so often someone hit, and this is a common, maybe in the comments, let me know, A, what do you think the outcome of this will be interesting, and B, does this sound like a fit that you might have had? You hit X amount of drives with your driver, the one that you walk into the fitting with, let's say 10, 12, 15 drives. Then you start testing different ones. It would be so interesting if you're not already doing this. If you don't retest the one you walk in with at the end, that is not a fair test. Generally, we find it, we get faster and faster and faster and faster until we fall off a cliff and start slowing down, which we might do today because the amount of shots we're hitting. But what happens is the first ones aren't as fast as the last ones. A, which is why we try to have a bigger data set, and B, why we just keep switching. So those speeds are moving with each other, because our performance, again, is something that just shines through all the time. So instantly this feels, to me, key word here, feel, like I want to game this. Like I feel like this is where I'm at. It feels more what I'm used to. It feels like I can move it at speed from the beginning, and that's something I think is quite interesting. I feel like the 75 in the middle of my warmed up or not world of playing, I could move it as fast as anything and I would barely notice the difference. I think I would notice it at the start and at the end, wherever that plateau of performance is. And we can all be honest with ourselves, like we don't all warm up as much maybe as we should. And I certainly have played too much golf as well. You know, we go on our trips and come the end, we are tired, or you have a hungover night. Everyone who hasn't played golf slightly hungover the next day. You're not going to move maybe as quick as you are when you're feeling great, teeing off at 10 after a really good sleep. I just feel like having something that's working against my feelings of speed makes no sense. But remember, these are just feelings, because it'll be interesting to see if that actually comes through in the numbers. Again, I don't feel like that's gone a little bit left, but pretty good because of where I struck it. It was just a bit more out of toe. I don't feel like this is doing anything. And that's a pretty solid hit as well. Not quite the shape for my bomb, but I'll take it, and it's hitting fairway. That just feels more where I want it to feel. For me to have that shaft over this, the numbers statistically would have to be so much better. Like so much better for me to get rid of the feel that I want. You know, we're talking like over 10 yards, no standard deviations overlapping, and I can repeat that over and over again. To me to think, oh yeah, that's going to be better.
That's a difference.
Like 4 yards standard deviation of 6, which is just not going to wash. I want what I want it to feel like. I don't want to fight it. And think about how far your average golfer is hitting. I'll put some speeds up here, or some distances of where different handicapped golfers are hitting. That's from ShotScope. It's a massive data set of millions of golf shots. Like who's 75Xs out of that lot? Apart from you like the feel of it, like there, and the fact that this club comes with a 75 stiff makes me giggle, because the triple diamond, this is a low spinning head. Most amateurs I teach, they have high spin on their drivers, so this in a 55 reg for some golfers might make so much more sense than the 75X, because you got a lower spinning driver and something that they might be able to move faster, possibly.
That's why I think it's so funny that they advertise it as a better players club. Like, oh, I spin it high, what do I need? Low spinning head. All right. Here it is. Give it a go. Test it.
Feels light, doesn't it?
Yeah, feels a bit lighter and definitely a bit more wobbly down the bottom, but again, I think if I was to pick between one, it would be this as well.
Does it? At the moment where you are, that feels more like what you want, does it?
Yeah, and it is a bit closer, I think, in weight to mine.
I think you're 60.
60, so it's a bit closer to the weight.
Yeah.
I know mine's counterbalance and stuff as well, so yeah, this definitely feels more like what I would want as well, to be honest.
But a 75X to a 55 reg, like this must be like I've done a few videos on this, and it's good just always to refresh this message, I think, but like there's like polar opposites in feel for what people want, and certainly for match speed, 75Xs and certainly Xs will be much closer than the 55 reg, which is why matching shafts to speed's just like foolish.
Yeah.
Right, as we keep collecting data, and we're going to switch around a few more times to get up to our data set, let's see what the manufacturers of the shaft are actually saying about these two weapons. So the blue is a mid-launch, mid-low spin. It is the best for players who want mid-launch in ball flight with a feeling of greater stability and control throughout the swing. And I mean, that in a reg, I do feel like it's got stability. It does feel more wobbly than the X.
Yeah.
If you were to ask me without knowing what I know, I would say that the X feels more stable, feels. If we go to the white is the 75. They've written loads more. Because obviously it's a bit
macho.
It's more important. White is best for stronger players who want stiffer, tipped, lower launching ball flight with feeling of greater stability and control throughout the swing. So I don't know if that's greater stability than what. So greater stability is greater than what, obviously needs defining for us to understand what that term means.
Yeah.
But lower launching and a stiffer tipped feel, and it is a stiffer tipped club. The Raw series refines players' revered performance, full range of fitting options. I mean, it's just, there's a lot of words here for something that hopefully is going to give us massive benefits. Hopefully, we'll look at the numbers. Right, Matt's just hitting his last shot with the 55 in there. We've gone back around plenty of times, and we're getting a little tired. We have got a little game coming as well at the end with some strokes gained up a fairway. He's in his last one. We'll look at the numbers. Right, so my numbers are interesting, Matt. So I'm the same ball speed with both.
Yep.
The launch is the same with both, as in it's less than a degree and the standard deviations overlap them. The spin is the same. The difference is smaller than the standard deviation, and the carry is 4 yards further with the 55 to the 75, but the standard deviation overlaps them. I am guessing, if we look at the club data, that the 75, I struck it basically a fraction lower, giving it a bit more spin, which then just took a bit of distance off.
And made it launch a bit lower.
Lower. So let's have a look. And if we look, I moved them both at the same speed.
Same speed?
The same dynamic loft. Literally, you know, it's less than a degree difference. And there's the difference in the average strike.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm just not seeing, you see it in the two shots here, I'm not seeing a difference. And what's interesting as well is, and this is something I often hear people say, look at the yellow batch.
Yeah.
It's further left on average than the red batch. Yet the stiffer, heavier should go more to the right in people's minds. It just doesn't follow these patterns that people want it to follow. What it does do is give a great opportunity to upsell to some fancy things in clubs if they're not already fitted in standard. Let's look at your numbers. Matt must have a difference. He hits it way harder.
So my ball speeds are exactly the same.
Cool. Yeah.
My launch is slightly lower with the 55 gram compared to the 75.
Which is counter what
the shafts are meant to do,
so I'm guessing your delivery will play its part, which we'll look at in a second.
Yeah.
Spins?
Spins exactly the same as well. And standard deviations are the same. Carry, I was 2 yards further with the 75, but my standard
look at the standard deviation, 10 and 6.
Look at my circles.
Yeah, they are literally on top of each other. If there's a bunker long left, you're in it in the blue.
And my light one's averaging more to the right as well. What? No.
It's funny, isn't it? And then look at your totals, it's 2 yards in total.
2 yards.
So what's the difference? You must deliver the club differently, though.
Deliver or strike it slightly higher, possibly.
Yeah, so the blue is a fraction higher.
Fraction higher on average.
Head speeds were the same.
Fraction higher on my dynamic loft, but again,
it's less than a degree.
Less than a degree. Swinging them exactly the same speed. Like,
where's the difference?
Not enough there, is there?
So you can see the similarities there are amazing considering we're very opposite ends of the spectrums with that company shafts, which let us know what that means to you in the comments down below. We're going to do a little fun game to finish, and we're at the 18th here at Carnoustie. We're going to strokes game. You get 3 drives with each shaft.
Okay. And
you pick your best one and pitch it against each other.
Yeah. And
obviously we'll pitch each other against each other. So 55, 3 shots, 55. Oh, why are you not drawing?
There's a bunker there.
It's going to thread it. Get on that tee, get on that tee! Oh, that's deep rough.
Deep rough. That's a loss of 0.42.
0.42, that does confuse me that didn't, I was expecting that to draw. With that strike, nice little toe. Sometimes the golf gods just aren't with you, are they?
Yeah.
That's 1/8 spin on a regular as well. That isn't going to draw, and it feels like it shouldn't. Oh, it's going to miss the bunker.
You're good.
Get up.
That's going to be a little gain, I reckon.
Big kick. That's not bad.
That is going to be a little gain. Gain of 0.19. Very nice.
Ding, 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 ding. That was a 2-1 spin. Again, this is the 55 regular. Right, I need that with a little draw, and we'll gain another 7 yards. Oh, have we?
Yes.
Have we, Matthew?
Oh,
get right! Don't you dare go there!
No, that's semi, I'm afraid. Oh,
that was the longest one, and it's not got the run.
I guess that's called rough instead of semi.
Don't go there. I thought that was perfect.
That's no point me putting that one in, I'm afraid.
No, because it's not. So I've gained 0.19.
0.19.
55.
Right, here we go. Just one good one is all I need.
Just needs to connect.
Just one good one. Out of 6 drives.
High standards.
Oh, I necked it. Go!
Oh, it's going to work. You've hit the fairway. Get down. Oh, it's shorter than mine.
It was a proper necker.
Yeah, but that's going to be the only one you gain on.
It needs to get up to gain. God, that's going to be minute. 0.08.
0.09.
Oh, 0.09.
But what it is...
That's a gain.
It is a plus. And Matt doesn't get many pluses in the gaming world.
Oh, that's such a bad strike. No, it's right, isn't it? Oh, no!
No, it's going to catch your carry. Kick! No!
Oh.
So that is further.
Yeah, it is.
You were 167, so that's 152, but it's rough. So what do people have a guess quickly before I show you?
Slight loss.
You reckon that is a gain or a loss? It's further, but it's in the rough. What do you reckon?
I'm going loss.
Let me know in the comments if you commented. Thank you. Have you subscribed? You.
Like the video.
With the yellow shirt on. Thank you. That's a loss. 0.09 loss.
Oh.
But it is, how many yards? Almost 10 yards further, was it? More than 10 yards further. Think about that. More than 10 yards further.
And I've lost.
But you've lost.
Yeah.
More than 10 yards. You were that's 152. You had 167, I think.
Yeah.
So we're 15 yards. 15 yards gain is ginormous.
Yeah.
But you just go and pop it in the rough to the fairway, it's ginormous as well the other side.
Right, proper.
You just need that on the fairway.
I do need this on the fairway because you're beating me still. Yes.
Oh, here we go.
Yes.
He's arrived.
Get out there.
Yeah, oh, it's massive. Oh my God. Yes. That's over.
323.
Oh, baby, regular.
122.
122. That is a gain of 0.25.
Not with a regular 55, surely.
0.25 plus. So you gained on 2, lost on 1. You would have gained on those 3.
Yeah, I would, yeah. 0.25 or whatever.
And your gain on me is 0.04 at the minute. Put the 75X in. I need the X. I need X stiff X guns. Come on. Who's going to win out of us two? And which shaft's going to win?
That little safety on the fairway, the little necky one to start with, just allowed me to like open the old energy tank, don't they? Oh, there's another net.
Oh, see you later.
Oh, that's the shaft doing that.
I'll get in the ditch.
No, miss it.
Oh,
Yes.
man.
Don't even do that one.
I'm going to do it because you might not beat it. 208, that's a loss of 0.37 if anyone's wondering. That was the shaft.
That was. I'm disappointed.
4,000 spin.
This is a low spinning shaft. What?
4,000.
Strike matters.
4,000 big ones.
Oh no, I'm putting myself under pressure with strikes like that.
Oh, he's gone fast.
Oh, I did go fast and I pushed
I
it
could
right
see
again.
you go. Oh, that's way right. That's not counting as a fairway. If you hit that over there, I'm not counting that as a fairway.
This is big. The last one.
That's rough. How far in?
172.
So that's a loss of 0.18. Loss of 0.18.
Right.
You need this not losing because I will just tap it to gain 0.001.
Do I go for the big bomb because I've lost two massive ones there and try and get this back to somewhere near
Yeah.
naught?
Yeah, do that.
I think I should do that.
I think you should, yeah. Do that.
Come on. And just take you out the game completely. Oh, I've necked it again.
Yeah, it's the rough.
No.
It's the rough.
That's bunker, I reckon. Oh, it's bunker.
So you're
And that's
closer,
a massive lip.
but it is the sand 165.
165. That's a loss of 0.2.
24.
24.
I think that's your best, isn't it? No, you had a 0.19 loss. Was your best. Right, here we go. Oh, awful strike.
That's bunker.
No, it's not. Get
Oh,
over
no, it's
yourself.
not. Like, you literally don't hit bunkers, do you?
I think I've won.
Yeah, but can you gain as much as what I did? 0.1 gain.
There it is. 0.1 or 0.01?
0.1.
That's not bad. So that's 0.909 behind the reg, but that was an awful hit. 2.7 spin on that hit. Remember the spins on anyone watching on the, if anyone's still watching, on the reg was
Yeah.
like 2000s. That's a heel. That might catch the bunker if it reaches it. Kick left,
don't
kick
be
left.
short of it.
Kick left. Oh,
Yeah, bunker. Bunker, that's not going to gain as much, I'm afraid. That'll
lose.
165, yeah, that'll lose the same as what mine
Yeah.
did.
So I just need to strike it and I'll get pretty much the same gain, to be fair.
So we're 1-1 in competition mode, aren't we?
Yeah.
But I've got the biggest gain, so that's 2-1.
Until I unleash this beast.
Unleash one.
Oh, draw ball. I was expecting that to draw. Big kick off that. Big kick. And again.
He's trying. He's trying. It's nowhere near mine.
140 in.
140? Is that it? That's a gain of 0.2.
So there, I've drawn, haven't I?
Have
I've
you
had
drawn?
2.2s, have I?
Pardon?
My regular and my stiff both gained 0.2 on the best hit.
0.19.
So it's
and
point-
0.2.
Yeah, you go.
So exactly the same, yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it? How
That
close
is.
they are. And what's interesting with this, just to tie this off as I hit just one more, is that sometimes people watch these videos and say, well, what's the point of getting custom fit then? Well, the point is basically what we're showing you here. That's gonna, oh, it might work actually. Oh, it's overdrawn. I thought that was gonna cut.
We've picked a shaft each that we like.
We've got a
haven't
feel that comes through.
we? Yeah.
And I'm using a 9-degree triple diamond head here. I go and put a 12-degree in here. You'll see the reason why you get custom fit.
Or a draw driver.
Or a
whatever.
draw, and then you got looks, you got feel, and then like you come into a, you know, if I do this slut, why get custom fit? Well, if I deliver like this, and hit those kind of shots, as my bad
Fairway.
shot, you'll look, yeah, still a fairway. you'll learn that maybe your 10 down and your 10 across could be improved, and you don't have to worry about this. But then again, you might. Like, we are feeling a difference in the shaft, and we have a preference that we will go for. This is not a reason not to get fit, it's a reason to get fit, but maybe don't expect what some people are expecting.
Before we finish as well, can we just look at that one up there?
Whose is that one?
Whose is that? That is a good question.
Have we called someone through?
Who is that up there? Woo! Regular. 55 grams.
That one up there?
That's just in the bunch.
Yeah, it was a heel. It was a heel. It's going to hit the line though.
Yeah, it's a very good shot. Oh, it's nearly your longest. That. Nearly.
You see?
Very good.
Like I say, we've done this video before and it always gets some interesting comments, and I just think it's a good kind of point to keep. Reminding people of they feel very different, the performance for both of us swinging at very different speeds. I mean, there's 5 miles an hour almost in our difference of speeds, which is, you know, if you're 100 or 95, they're big differences. And the actual feel of what we wanted came out more than any of that data that was just so close. And we hit a lot of shots there. I need to eat some lunch, I'm pretty hungry.
I'm starving. What have you got?
Soup.